Hi, welcome to Diamond Custom Paint Shop. In this video, we're going to be doing some more work on this sign we've been working on. That's going to have my custom logo on it. We've been working on this now for a couple episodes. We're getting close to being done. In this episode, we're going to do the lettering, which is going to say Diamond Custom Paint on it. So in the products, the main thing I'm going to be using on in this video that LiME LiNE's carrying now that I'm really excited about. I've already tried it out and it works pretty good. I've already been working on this a little bit with the lettering, and I'll show you in a little bit. Like in the last video, my phone keeps running out of memory and keeps cutting off my videos. So I'll, whatever I capture, I'll put in there. But for sure, I have some of these stencils already laid out. But you'll be able to see me color, mask them off, color them, and do that because I took all my everything off my phone and put it on a thumb drive, so I should be pretty good with space on there. So, but anyway, so this vinyl paper from LiME LiNE, this stuff is pretty awesome. It's really good quality. I've been using it, as you can see. I've been cutting out letters out of it. Here's one of the letters right here that came off it. But anyways, the reason this is so awesome, I like it, especially if you have a Cricut maker to cut out your stencils. This is 13 inches wide. So this, if you have a Cricut maker, usually you'll cut your vinyl and you'll stick it on that backing mat and then feed it into your Cricut. Well, with this, you don't need that backing mat anymore. You just slide these into those little slots and load it in, and it'll cut everything for you without the backing mat. So if you have a Cricut, what a pain sometimes it can be to get this on that sticky mat and get it pulled off. So that's really awesome. I really love that feature with this. So I'm sold on this. So it's pretty good. And I can tell it's pretty good quality. They're nice and thick and, sturdy. So to put down. So yeah, we'll be right back. I'll, kind of be overhead. You'll see me, I think, I captured some of the video of me laying it out. You can see on here, I can kind of turn this there. You can see we got, some of the lettering on. So I used a tool that I use in some of my other videos to get my circles. That piece of wood I made, with my Stabilo pencil, my black one. And I just measured down how far I wanted to go and made a new hole in it. I can grab it here in a second and show you. But then from this, just drew me a little half circle so I could line all these letters up where I wanted them. So that worked out pretty good. On the top part, I stuck the positive down first to get all my alignments right, my spacing, to right where I wanted it. And then I went ahead and put the negative over top of it and then peeled up the positive part. On the bottom, because I was kind of used to it, I kind of got my spacing beforehand. I knew what I wanted, so I just went ahead and just did the negatives. But it was these was really handy to do that positive first, get everything laid out where I wanted it, and then go ahead and put the negative over top of it. But either way works. Figure out what works best for you. Like I said, I have most of these down. Like on this A right here, I when I put this down, I actually pulled up the part I wanted to stay. I wasn't thinking. And so it kind of ruined it when I pulled it up. So I got another one printed off. I'm going to replace that with. And then over at the end here, the T on the paint. That one didn't go down where I wanted it. And I pulled it up. And when you pull these up, they'll stretch. And so they're kind of no good anymore after you try to pull it off there once you have it stuck down. So I'll put that T on there. And then we'll get ready to mask this whole thing off. And paint the colors. The top's going to be blue. And then the bottom's going to be red. I'm going to use LiME LiNE's Pigment Maker, and I'll show you that here when I'm getting ready to use it. And I'm going to use like the 90s colors that he has, the 90s blue and the 90s red, so it's a really pop out. And then after that, we're going to start on laying out the skull that goes here with the paint gun skull. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, let me grab the. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, keeps me going here. And check out my other videos on this sign that we've been doing. all the way from bare wood up to this point. This is the little device I made here. So I put a little screw in the end here. And as you can see, I got these different measurements. This one's probably for the outer. And as we worked our way in, I made newer holes. So I just take my Stabilo pencil, it fits right in one of these holes like that. Kind of got it, made it so it's tight fit. Kind of just twist it in. And then, have my center mark here on this tape. And then I was able just to, roll that around. This one was for these letters up here, the bottoms, to line those bottom ones up. Let me move this out of the way. Yeah, it was it's on the center there. But yeah, these were, you can see the bottoms of that right there. So yeah, you got to come up with different ways to, make your life easier. And this helped out quite a bit. Got my circles pretty uniform and straight. So I'm happy with that. So like I said, we'll be right back. I'll be set up and we'll get to working on this. Okay, I'll show you kind of how I did this, these letters here, because this one is how I started them with the positive down first. So I'll show you how I, put the negative over top of it. So we'll do that now. So I got my stencil here, and I got my transfer paper here, and my razor knife. So we're just going to cut this A out. I can actually pull the positive off it right now. Okay. I'll cut me a piece of transfer paper out to fit over top of it. Okay. And how I like to do my transfer paper, let me get this up here better. I like to kind of fold this piece back like this. So you just have that exposed, and then you start the top, kind of makes it, especially on bigger pieces, just put that up there, and then pull out your backing off and press down on your transfer paper as you're pulling this back. And that helps you get that transfer paper on there pretty smooth. Okay, so we have that. So I'll actually take this center part out of this A, and this one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull the backing off, the stencil backing. See, and then you can see through it. Then you can just basically line this up over top of this one. And this one's actually, I've had to print this off separate, so this one's actually a little bit different. It's a little bit, the one on the bottom is a little bit bigger. So I'm going to have to pull, but basically you'll put that down, as you can see, and then you can pull this positive up after you have it down. But I'm going to take that one off first, because the size is a little different. But what I am going to do is run this tape where my bottom is, there. Now put a mark down about where the edge is. That tape. Use my plastic blade here, pull this one up. Find that edge by my bottom. There we go. And hopefully that size is pretty close to the original. Yeah, looks pretty good. I think we're good. Okay. It's a little tiny bit smaller, but I don't think you can tell. I'm going to pull this. Don't really have to, but pull that out from underneath it. Okay. Then we'll shift here. We'll do this T here. We do have a certain measurement we need, kind of clearance on that. Just get an eyeball where it needs to be. Okay, we'll kind of call that good there. Okay, well there you go. That wraps up this video of doing the custom lettering there. Just to recap on what we used LiME LiNE's new vinyl. Remember this is really awesome if you have a Cricut Maker, because this will fit right in your Cricut Maker without the backing mat. So go ahead, if you have a Cricut Maker, this is a must. Go check it out, get you some. And then also we used LiME LiNE's pigment makers here. These happen to be 90s color red and a 90s color blue is what we used on these. So yeah, so everything turned out pretty good. We still have 2 more things to do on this sign before we're finished, so stay tuned to my videos and you can see those, and you can see this finished all clear coated up. The next step in this that we're going to do is we're going to put the skull on there, you know, the spray gun skull. And then after that, we're going to do a gold leaf in this ring right here. So yeah, stay tuned for those. And then I'll wrap it up. We'll clear coat it, and you'll be able to see it all done at that time. So yeah, go ahead, visit LiMELinePaintSupply.com and check out, you know, all these products and get yourself some. You won't be disappointed. And also subscribe to my channel. All these things help me to keep going and making these videos to show you guys how to do stuff. So yeah, so until the next one when we do the skull, I'll see you then.